Hello, Leo. Welcome to Don Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Leo. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you are interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you, your life path, or your life situations, I do provide private readings. My details are in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to find out my pricing and availability as well. Okay. So what I'm going to do for you today, Leo, is I just wanted to mention Mercury retrograde has finally ended. Mercury is now direct. Woo! That has really, I don't know if you have felt that switch or that change. I definitely have. So I'm quite happy about that. I'm recording this on April the 29th. This message is for the month of May 2024. Whenever you happen to come upon it is when it's going to be perfect for you. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you today. And as I do that Celtic cross, I'm going to take myself off camera so we can just focus on your cards. At the very end of your reading, I'm going to put myself back on camera, and then I'm going to give you your final messages of pulling cards from the Indigo Goddess Midnight Oracle deck. That deck is primarily about money, career, and personal growth. Is what is encompassed in this deck. So I'm going to give you 3 cards from this as your final messages. What I find is sometimes it'll be a crossover from the messages you've already been given. And for me, it's kind of confirmation that what I was picking up was accurate. The other part of it, though, is that sometimes there's just messages that we didn't discuss in your reading that Spirit also wants you to be aware of. So it's like planting seeds, right? Okay, here we go. Leo, hope you are all doing well. If you're new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, just notifies you when new content has dropped, but it has helped my community grow, and I would love to have you join us. Okay, here we go, Leo. So your first card is, seriously? That's awesome. This is your wish fulfillment card. Wishes fulfilled. Okay, then what? Oh. Oh, Spirit, you're funny. The second card you have is the death card. Don't panic. The death card rarely means an actual real death of someone. It usually means the end of the old you and the beginning of the new you, and you're right in the very center. So I feel as though this is perfect, actually, and we'll get into it a little bit more. 10 of Wands, Chariot, fast-moving energy. That's your second major. 8 of Wands, more fast-moving energy. Page of Cups, new love potentially coming in. Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Okay, well, this is interesting. Okay, so we do have a lot of fire here. We do have this, the 3. We have the 6, which represents Leo. We have the 8 and the 10. That's a lot of fire energy. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we start off your reading with the 9 of Cups. As always, whenever you see gold back, so there's gold on these cards. The golden cards are the cards that they're always positive. They're the most positive cards that you're going to find in the tarot deck are the gold cards. This card right here is the 9 of Cups. He is meant to be a chubby guy. He's had good meals, right? And that's kind of back in the tarot days when the tarot was first created. Having a big chunky kind of a person, you could tell that they had plenty to eat. So this is that card of prosperity and opulence and abundance. It's saying that your cups are full, that you are being blessed with wishes. So whatever it is that you've been trying to, create for yourself, or anything that you've been asking for from spirit, it feels as though this is your yes. It is going to come in for you. Also, this is in the very center of your reading. So wish fulfillment is going to be big for you this month, right? What is also coming in for you is this death card. Now, the death card is the card of death and rebirth. So what this card represents to me is the death of the old you, meaning you have gone through completions or cycles of releasing and healing and integrating and creating and manifesting and doing all the things that we do as souls in a physical body. And it feels as though there's a completion there. And basically, what it's saying is that old part of you is now no longer the same. So you are no longer the same person that you had been, that you have taken a very big step up in your evolutionary process. You are given blessings here with the Hierophant that's on this card. The sun is coming up over the horizon and is going to be blessing you moving forward for this month. So it's a really, really great card here in the center of your reading. Now, your thoughts you may be feeling overwhelmed. You may be feeling as though you're carrying heavy burdens, okay, Leo? And basically what this card is, this is my he grew all of these wands from seed. He nurtured them, he watered them, he fertilized them, he tended to them, and now he's bringing home his harvest. And if you look, his house is right here. So he doesn't have very far to go in order for him to be able to put that burden down, right? So I feel as though this is a completion. Something's ending for you. Again, this is another ending card as stated here. So it feels as though many of you are aware that you are putting this burden down, or that you're very close to completion of some big thing that you've been working on for quite a long time, okay? And then what is in your base and what is your foundation is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot card to me is another golden card. So it is being blessed by by your higher self and by your guides and by your angels and by the God of your heart. And basically what this is this is my action card. This charioteer is leaving behind everything he knows. He knows that in order for him to grow, in order for him to go to his next step on his evolutionary process, he's got to get out of his comfort zone and he's got to go out there and do something. And the Chariot is about very fast moving energy. So this could be involved with travel. Some of you may be traveling this month, or you could be moving home this month, or potentially looking at potentially moving for this month. The Charioteer is that energy of advancement and progression. And whatever it is that you've been working on, it looks as though when you put this down, the next thing is coming in is going to be quite quick. And the reason why I say that is because you also have the Eight of Wands here. Now, the Eight of Wands is, again, my velocity card. This is another fast moving energy. This is my minor arcana. This is my major arcana. This major arcana card is going to be with you for a little bit of time. So what this is saying to me, Leo, is May is going to fly by for you. Things are going to come fast and furious. I feel as though you are just going to be taking action through this whole month. So get ready for a fast pace, okay? Because that's what's going to be happening for you. Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands has to do with overcoming obstacles. This is my victory card. This is my progression card as well. This is really saying that you are really moving forward, that whatever it is that you've been wanting to have things progress, that it's definitely here for you. This energy is fast moving, fast pace. So it feels as though you're just becoming in alignment with this fast moving energy. And I feel like if anybody can do it, Leo can, because Leo is fire, and you guys take a lot of action. You move quickly, and you move with grace, right? Because you have that Leo the Lion card for you, which is about that inner strength that gives you that ability to be able to just progress in whatever it is that you're working towards. Now, some of you may be getting into new relationships, new love relationships. Pages for me are typically about a new path, a new direction. So it could be that some of you are going to be looking at love situations, changing that love situation around. If it isn't a direct love situation, it could be just a love for something that you really like to do, meaning a hobby. Maybe you like to go motocross, or maybe you like to race boats, or maybe you're a motorcycle guy, or maybe for women, maybe it's a thing where, some of us are bowlers. Maybe you're going to, whatever it is that you love, that is a hobby. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a hobby, but hobby keeps coming into my mind. Whatever it is that you really love to do, Spirit is saying, please go out there and do it, because we're working through collectively through some really, really heavy, deep, dark energies. And what Spirit is saying is, because we've been working through this collective night of the soul, that we need to find ways in our day-to-day that lift us up, that sing to our hearts, because when we come from a happy place, that helps transmute all of that lower energy. And that's basically what I'm picking up with this card. So it's either a love of another, or it is a love of a new skill or a new hobby or something along those lines that are going to come in and really resonate for you, Leo. Maybe you're a golfer. You could be a golfer. And we're moving into the, perfect time of year. So that makes sense. Okay. So this is your near future. And then your distant future, our energy that's coming up, that now we're going to be moving up your ladder. Now, I've been calling this my ascension ladder, because we're all trying to move forward on our spiritual path. And this night is my slowest moving night. He doesn't really venture very far from home. Although I will say this is a very determined night. He's very much about creating his physical security. He wants to make sure everything around his home is to par. And he's very concerned about his home life, his creature comforts. This is very much a very earth sign. With the pentacles here, this is my slow moving. So he's kind of like the guy that really needs to plant some seeds over here in this empty field. The other thing about this Knight of Pentacles, though, of course, is Knight of Pentacles does represent Leo energy. And that's that take action part. He's very much about his heart space and his physical security, but he's also very passionate, and he's very motivated to make sure that everything around his nucleus of his home life is in good shape, which I feel is going to be part of your focus as well. Now, what's coming in for your closest relationships? There's a victory card here. So I would say that for those of you that are finding love or getting into a new relationship, it is going to be a long-term victory for you. This card is also my success card. So for some of you who have been working hard in your job, it could be that you're being recognized at work. This Six of Wands is definitely a card of persevering. This is my card of, keep going. He is on his high horse, and he is carrying his victory here with his Laurel leaves here. Everybody else is walking alongside him. So again, this is also my influencer card. And what I mean by that is by being an influencer to others, speaking your truth, walking your truth, being very passionate about the conviction and the truths that you believe in and that you want to share with others. So for some of you, this could be a thing where maybe you are an influencer online. Maybe some of you have truther accounts, or some of you are also doing tarot or other things that you could be doing online that is like bringing a lot of attention to your work is really what this is about. Then we move to the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about your future feelings. So it feels as though there's going to be a part of you in May that feels as though you're really juggling, or you're really trying to find your balance. This is my work hard, play hard card. This is also my card of those people out there that, really have to work two jobs in order to make ends meet, right? And it feels as though it's kind of like this burdening type of a thing. But again, it's a choice. And I feel as though many of them are doing that because they really do want to get ahead. They really want to get that experience in, and they want to move up, the job ladder. So this could be for people that are just starting out on their career path. So people that have, graduated from college or graduated from high school, and they're getting out there and they're just finding like lower menial jobs, which would cause them to have to get two jobs, because usually when you do temporary work or you work for a company, like if you go work for a fast food place, or work at I don't know, at the grocery store, they don't always give you a lot of hours because they really don't want to pay you benefits, right? So what happens is then you have to juggle two jobs in order to make ends meet. So I'm picking up that energy very heavily here. But the other aspect of this card is that it could be that you're just going to be switching from one job to the next. And there is a juggling there, right? Because not only do you have to complete all the tasks from your old job, but then you have to jump in and be able to be successful and be productive in your new job. So it feels as though some of you that may be changing jobs, that haven't given yourself any time between those two jobs, I feel as though you're going to be feeling like you just went from, one thing to another. And I feel like this kind of a hectic kind of an energy associated with this. So the thing that I would say is realize that this is only temporary. This is going to get you so that you can get settled on your feet. And then you progress to the Three of Wands. My Three of Wands is about creativity, but he's standing here and those boats are going out of the harbor. And what he's doing is he's watching those boats go out in the harbor, and it's really making him feel as though I really want to go out and adventure as well. He's looking at his options, and he's considering those options. Again, we have the gold. So this is a positive card. This is my card of creativity or thinking outside of the box. It is also my card of looking at things from a completely different perspective. And if you kind of look at where he is on top of this hill compared to where those boats are down in the water, they would be looking up at him. He's looking down at them. Different perspectives there. But overall, I feel as though this reading is a really good reading. I feel as though the main nucleus of your reading is that things are going to happen really quickly. You're not going to have a lot of time to think about things. You're going to have to be making split decisions on stuff. And whatever it is, because you're so used to this energy, Leo, you're so used to this fiery, passionate, quick moving energy. I feel of all of the signs, you are going to be just fine. Everything's going to work out perfectly. There's nothing here that gives me any type of concern. Everything is just clipping along for you. And now let's get myself back on camera. And I'm going to pull your last 3 cards, okay? So your first card is perspective. I was just talking about that, wasn't I? A different view of things, different perspectives, being objective. We're talking about the long run. This is about creative work in shiny objects. Now, this is a raven. And, I want to make myself a note because whenever I see this raven, I want to know the symbology of what raven stands for. I know that they're very, very smart birds. They're probably one of the smartest birds. They figure out how to make things work for themselves. So, for instance, they will use tools in a way to get the things that they want. And then the other thing is, if you make friends with ravens, if you feed them and they get used to you feeding them over a period of time, they will start bringing you these shiny objects. So those are gifts because you're giving out to them and they want to give something back in return. So again, there's that graciousness, right? Give to others and then it's returned to you kind of a thing. Second card, spotlight. Oh, I was just talking about that. Influencer card. Okay, spotlight, rich and famous, a lucky break, star power, influencer, an entertainer. Thank you for the confirmation. So for those of you who are online or any of those things, I feel as though that's perfect because I was mentioning that with that 6 of Wands. And then your last card is a full cup. Seeking the Holy Grail. This is about your life mission, your greatest desire, a thirst for more, and feeling fulfilled. So again, this really ties into this 9 of Cups. So not only did you get at the beginning of your reading, you also got it at the end. So to me, that is saying beautiful things are coming towards you, Leo, this month. It feels as though you're being rewarded for all of your hard work, for being who you are, being the leader that you are, being the being that you are. And that spirit is thanking you and is rewarding you for your magnificence. How fabulous is that, Leo? Okay, Leo, thank you so much. If you made it this far, please click the like button. I so appreciate it. Until next time, have an amazing month of May, and I'll be with you again very soon. Cheers.